terrorists. And those students, by pushing the ideology, are becoming terrorists.
Our next guest is a Jewish professor at Columbia Business School. He's been barred from campus after leading a pro-Jewish counter-demonstration. He joins us now, Shai Davidai. Thank you so much for being here. The Columbia president said this, that I want to be clear that we will not tolerate intimidating, harassing, or discriminatory behavior. We are working to identify protesters who violated our policies against discrimination and harassment, and they will be put through appropriate disciplinary processes. Does she understand the gravity of what's happening there, like how serious it is? And she also said in CB's report saying that they're continuing to negotiate with these protesters. Now, you teach negotiation. Who's winning in this negotiation at this point?
I'll tell you who's losing. So first of all, thank you for bringing me in. There's only one people that are losing, and it's the Jewish people, the Jewish students. I spent last night speaking with Jewish students. They are scared. They are fleeing campus. They're not leaving campus. They're fleeing campus. I have been speaking about this support for Hamas for 6 months. The president has never replied to my email. The trustees have never reached out. It's the University of Columbia has 2 presidents right now, and it's Rashida Tlaib and Ilan Omar, because this is not about Israel. This is about America. And the university just decided that they don't care about Jewish safety. They don't care about the Jewish students. They are negotiating with suspended organizations that they want to burn everything down, and I'm despondent this morning.
Shai, your badge to access the school was shut off. You were not able to access the main campus, and these Jewish students have been told they might be safe for taking virtual classes. I believe it was Congressman Moskowitz who said that we've seen this before, Jews being told that they shouldn't come here because we can't keep them safe. Is what's playing out, echoing Nazi Germany for you? Do you agree with his statement?
Yeah, I've been saying this for 6 months, and everything is on my social media. I've documented every incident of hate. I've documented every time they've called for killing of the Jews. I've called, when they shout against America, when they burn down American flags. This is not protest against Israel. This is protest against America. They are cheering on Hamas and Islamic Jihad, who are right now holding 3 U.S. citizens hostage in Gaza. They are denying them their inalienable rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And those that are denying them are not just Hamas, but the students and the faculty that are cheering on Hamas. Look, I've never been on Fox News. We don't share a lot of our politics, but I think we do share one thing, that, we share the belief in life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. President Shafik does not, because if she did, she would not be negotiating with those that are supporting Hamas and Islamic Jihad. She will be talking with the Jewish students. You know who the only people not on the negotiation table? The Jews. She's negotiating with Hamas supporters, with Islamic Jihad supporters. She's not even taking the moment of her day to speak with the Jewish students and their concerns. She never even reached out to me. Wow. I am barred from there. The reason I couldn't go on campus is because they said they cannot guarantee my safety in that illegal encampment. Do you think they can guarantee it now? I don't think so.
Shai, apparently right now they're chanting, "Genocide Joe has got to go." I think you can hear that. So they're bringing in, obviously, U.S. politics as well. On campus, when did it take a turn, and why do you think it took a turn from protesters calling for a ceasefire to now telling Jews to go back to Poland, to threatening their safety, and to being actually pro-Hamas rather than just calling for a ceasefire? Was there a turning point that you saw on campus?
There was no turning point. I'm sorry, but none of you in the media were listening. On October 9th, they posted a letter that said that the massacre of October 7th was a historic day, and this is what resistance means. From the very first moment, before Israel even started the war, responded to Hamas's actions, when they were still fighting terrorists on the ground in Israel, trying to prevent more massacres, the students at Columbia started cheering on Hamas, celebrating Hamas. They showed up with signs saying resistance by any means necessary on October 12th. The university knows about this. By calling these pro-Palestinians, This is doing a disservice to Palestinians.
But Shai, I'm sorry to interrupt you because I want to ask you. I just want to ask, because just to help us all understand, we're paying attention. We care about this issue very much. What is different now than maybe even 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, that now you have a situation where it's like the new Occupy Wall Street right there on your campus?
No, it's not, because this is motivated by hate. It's not the Occupy Wall Street. This is motivated by hate, not by ideology. And it's just been building up. This is how terrorism works. And it works on Columbia's campus the same way that it works in Kabul and in Mosul and in Rafah. You start off slow and you see that you don't face any consequences. So you amp up the heat more and more and more, and you amp up the heat until the other side gets to a breaking point and starts negotiating with you. This is how terrorism works. It works everywhere around the world by scaring you into doing what they want, to capitulating into their demands. They started by supporting Hamas, and they're openly supporting Hamas now. Nothing has changed other than the heat.
All right.
I want to read you a tweet, Shai, from Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. She says, calling in police enforcement of nonviolent demonstrations of young students on campus is an escalatory, reckless, and dangerous act. It represents a heinous failure of leadership that puts people's lives at risk. I condemn it in the strongest possible terms. You know, dealing with this issue has been vexing for Democratic lawmakers. Are the lines becoming blurred here between, what is supporting Palestinians and what is echoing terrorist rhetoric? How important is it for Democrats to really be pretty clear in what it is they're standing up for?
Look, this is not about Democrats or Republicans. This is about moderates versus extremes. You got extremists on the left and extremists on the right, but moderate Republicans and moderate Democrats, they all understand the same thing. They all understand that this is about America. And AOC, she's an agent of chaos. That's the name. AOC is Agent of Chaos. And I'm just looking forward to my kids and grandkids reading about this chapter in history and the list of all the rabid anti-Semites and to see her name there. This is not peaceful protest, and she's lying to the people. She is lying to the people, just like Rashida Tlaib, just like Cynthia Nixon from Sex and the City, just like the New York Times. They are lying to the people. Look at the videos. Look at the videos. Look at the sign. The student protesters holding signs saying, Al-Qassam brigades, meaning the Hamas military wing, these are your next target, pointing at Jewish students, American Jewish students.
Yeah.
And if you tell me that that is peaceful, Mayor Eric Adams knows this, that if this was about the KKK, if this was targeting a race, if this was targeting a sexual orientation, a sexual identity, the NYPD would have found something to do. Because this is targeting the Jews, Mayor Eric Adams speaks very highly about how much he cares and does nothing.
Shai Davidai, thank you so much. Please stay in touch, and I hope that you can either get back on campus and certainly remain safe. Thank you.
Thank you, Shai.
I just care about the Jewish students' safety.
So do we. Thank you.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.